Welcome into the Stanford Cardinal Dynasty, where today we go on the road to face UCLA in a big game for the Cardinal as they have a brand new starting quarterback. And this is coming with desperation almost for the Cardinal, who just last year were playing in the Pac-12 championship. As of right now, they sit dead last in the Pac-12 behind San Jose State. And with the bye coming off the loss to Oregon during that break, head coach Barrington got to work restructuring this offense, taking a look at the ratings of his receivers to find out what type of passing this team should be down the field, middle, or even short, quick passes. And with that, structuring the brand new playbook that he will be debuting in today's game. They hit the practice field and started to run some pretty good plays. First time really getting a solid look at the new starting quarterback. He has a solid arm, 94 throw power, a lot of room to improve the accuracies, though his best is going to be the short, quick passing game. But what is his real threat is his ability to draw on plays. With 87 speed, 91 excel, if he's not finding an open receiver, he's going to find some grass and pick up some yardage. With our opponent today in the Bruins coming off a really good start to the season, only loss being 30-28 in the opening week against Auburn. They then shut out FCS Northwest 58-0, picked up a 10-point win against Hawaii, and a narrow win both against Iowa and Arizona State. Van Dyke did not intercept their quarterback 13 times. In fact, their quarterback actually having a pretty good start to the season in DeMarcus Davis, the redshirt junior, with 17 touchdowns to 5 interceptions, about 1,600 yards. Rushing the ball, though, no one exactly standing out. Their primary carrier this year has been Walter Marshall, the sophomore, only averaging 2.7 rushing and a touchdown, 2 fumbles. Their biggest threat in the rushing game is David Poole when he checks in, averaging 4 yards a carry. Their real threat is the receiving group as a whole, Cutting, Newcomb, Gray, and even a little bit of Talton getting mixed in there. Pretty even spreading out, but down towards the end zone, Terry Newcomb, the sophomore, he's bringing in most of the touchdowns. Defensively, no one exactly standing out in the tackles. TFLs, you do have Thornhill and Fuimano, who do have 4 TFLs. Your sack leader is going to be Simpson Warren with 6.5. They don't force too many interceptions, and that's exactly what we're looking to not be throwing today with the true freshman in Terrell. And with our freshman set to make his debut, it will be the return team out on that field as we are underway. And returning this one, look for some space down the middle and starting at the 22. Coach Barrington and his new look offense heading out on the field, but the safety net coming in here with the running game, spearheaded by Parrish. Well, of course, Parrish having his own set of issues this year and receiving a lot more carries than he has in the prior years. His stamina and injuries have not held up. But with that, we've seen the increased play from Montrell Dog, 2nd and 3. And RPO to the outside, they go Haddad, squeezing out the first down. That is going to be a look of emphasis for this offense, is getting Haddad the ball on those quicker passes. Parrish with a big block down the middle. He's going to pick up a big hit and the first down. D. Cleater on both of those hits, 1st and 10 at the 42. And they keep it. Flipping it to the outside is Parrish, and he will pick up a couple before getting stopped. A little fold of the new offense there with the triple option. 2nd and 7. Terrence looking to throw the ball. He goes to the right-hand side and caught Blouse. So far, offense moving smoothly here behind Nick Terrell as they're into plus side. And they go to the wide receiver screen. A perfect play from the corner, and Jameer Benjamin once again trying to go the way of Haddad. Blows that one up. It's a loss of 3. RPO again. This time they hand it off Parrish. He'll pick up 1. So the first bump in the road here for the true freshman. It's an empty set for the Cardinal. Hard count. They do get someone to jump, though. No flag down. And under pressure, it's gonna be a sack. Should have been a free 5 instead. It'll be a punt following the sack from Ledbetter. I'll give to Marcus Davis and the Bruin offense the ball starting at the 20. The receiving game is their biggest threat, though they start with a run and a great cut, picking up a gain of 3 rather than a loss of 3, and hurry up to follow. As Davis gets them back to the line, 2 go to that left-hand side. They run the same play. It opens up again. Clean tackle there comes in from Atkins. Both sides making adjustments here for the 3rd and 1. Bunch to the right-hand side. Nelson clean off the edge. Doesn't get there in time, and an awful pursuit leaves it an easy 1st down. The defender was there for the Cardinal, just didn't wrap him up. 1st and 10, and blown up in the backfield, Rico Cote. I know it's early on in this game here, but that's about 5 straight plays to their running back. I'm sure he's huffing and puffing, needing a little bit of a breather. As they go right back to him, it's Atkins. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 17, so both teams facing that 3rd and long to start their day-to-day. Good blocking up front, pass across the middle, and by the diving defender, it's a 1st down for the Bruins. They needed 17, got about 18. Big miss from the Cardinal defense that has been the highlight of their team for the last about year and a half. Going back to the run and getting to the outside, big number 32, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling before he gets chopped out. UCLA driving on their opening possession. Making a lot of changes, some hurry up as well. With a heavy look to the right-hand side, that fullback stack. Still making changes is Davis as they go with the play action. Throwing downfield, and it's a touchdown. Newcomb over the top, and the Bruins take an early lead. Definitely not the start Coach Barrington was looking for in this one. Answered back off of 2 games that the Cardinal gave away late. Offense takes the field starting at the 25. As they go with the screen, it's nearly a pick 6. Jameer Benjamin shot through it like a rocket, nearly his 2nd pick on a similar play. Stretch this time goes Parrish, who tries to get it to the outside. He only picks up 2. And it's another 3rd and long here for the young quarterback of the Cardinal. With 2 spread either side. And again, this time they do get someone to jump. Pass to the outside, though. Caught Ed Keenan. He spins off the tackle down the sideline. 20, 10, 5. Cardinal answer right back. We could go ahead and decline that penalty. It's the 1st touchdown of the career of Nick Terrell. And that is the exact cause of why Coach Barrington switched the offense to be as it is. Let the catch and run take place, as the defense needs to step up here and stop giving up chunk after chunk. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down as they go RPO to the outside, and short is Newcomb. Now, last time they had a 3rd and 17, they gave that up. Can they get the stop here? 3rd and 17 inches down the middle, bringing the heat, but they get it out to the fullback who leaks late. Kind of a tight end screen, if you will, for the 1st down. UCLA keeping their drive alive here. A lot of different looks for them. Honestly, a very similar offense to what we're trying to run here with that new Cardinal game. 1st and 10, and passing. Rico Cote comes up a few yards short, and it's another 1st down. Perhaps the Cardinal need to start running a little bit more man coverage. Get a little bit of some pressure as well. They have the man coverage and the pressure, but it's still a big play for the Bruins. Keeping them moving here once again, right back into plus side. They're at the 34. With that 3 wide receiver set, tight end putting in some work as well. And chopping out the legs is Cote. Cardinal haven't been much of a pressing team on defense, but we might need to see a little bit more of that today. Marshall picks up a few down the middle. It's a 3rd and 5 for the Bruins. And covered on the middle to the outside, Newcomb gets the 1st down call. That one was close, but it will send us to the end of the 1st quarter. A lot of action to open things up, and surprisingly, the UCLA offense passing the ball a little bit more efficiently than what we've seen according to the stats. And it's going to be up to the defense to start making plays against it. 1st and 10. They're at the 24. 2 spread either side. Looking to pass the ball, and swatting it away is Richardson. They were looking for that halfback wheel. Denied. 2nd and 10. First play where Cardinal didn't allow something. Pressure down the middle, but can't break it up. Nicholson. It's another impressive play from Newcomb. That slot receiver had the touchdown on the previous drive. And a lot of players in the backfield. That'll be a loss. Cardinal need to find a way to balance that rush with better coverage downfield. As they go with a stretch to the outside and a little bit of space, Richardson brings him down. Marshall off to a promising start, 8 carries, 24 yards. They need 2 more here on third. With a fullback to the left-hand side, blitz is brought in, swatted at the line is Roseboom. But the Bruins are not done. 4th and goal. Offense stays out. They hand it off to the big 32, and he's denied. Ume forces the turnover on downs. Big play from the Cardinal D. And starting at the 2 is the offense with a heavy set. They go dog, and no one blocked 77. That's Simpson Warren, who has their most sacks for the Bruins. No gain on first down. Keeping with a heavy look here. Follow those blocks in dog, pushing about half a yard shy. Now, one thing of note for this Cardinal offense, no more wing T, so true goal line sets. As they go back down the middle, and Dog's got the first down. A little bit of some room to breathe now for the Cardinal. As they go RPO, and Parrish is wrapped up immediately. No one got a hand on Ledbetter. He makes the play, 2nd and 13. As they go again, play action. Going with the screen here to Buck. It's tight end screen for a gain of 4. Not exactly a big hitter here, and another long down here on third. Hard count this time, no one jumps. They bring the pressure, throwing, and caught is Buck, but short of the line to gain. It will inevitably be a punt. But ultimately, the Cardinal keep points off the board for the Bruins. And it's been a pretty good start for Nick Terrell so far. 1 touchdown on the day. They hand it off down the middle and stumbling for a gain of 8. Definitely haven't seen the best that we've seen from this defense out the gate. 2nd and 2, and going back to Marshall. Camp meets him in the gap, no gain. Now can they get the stop here on third as they go back to him, hopping over Camp and went for the leg tackle. Bruins keep their drive going here. Just shy of the midfield line. And going with the outside handoff, spinning to pick up about a gain of 1. You can sense the very boomer bust style of this offense, and obviously it's been successful enough so far. And another big play downfield. They suck the defense down with these quick runs, quick little dump offs, and then they find one of their guys downfield. We saw that from Newcomb. Now that time we see it from not a tight end, but a receiver, just a big body receiver, similarly to our freshman that's had some playing time. And to the outside, they get 13 RPO with a gain of 2. One fun thing about this game is it's a completely different style than what we've seen in most of our games. Down the middle, Marshall, he shakes coat, and he picks up another first down. Neither of the running backs look to be an elusive style, but this skill set is proving otherwise. As we're about 2.5 minutes from the halftime break here, they go back to Marshall. And diving, he shakes coat, but he's not going to get by Richardson. It really is a team effort today to make these stops. It's a loss of 3 on first, 2nd and 13. As they go right back to Marshall, the middle is evacuated. Richardson has to chase him down for the stop. It is 3rd and 1. As they go back down the middle, Marshall, he's got the first. The Bruins have moved with ease down inside the 10 yet again. 1st and goal at the 8. They look to pass the ball. Under pressure, here comes Ume, getting by him to the outside. Kiki will help us scored him out of bounds. Davis nearly running it in there for the Bruins. And they look to pass here on 2nd. Rolling, throwing, and a quick stop, Rico Cote. Cardinal lining up in their heavier sets here these last few plays. 3rd and goal. And they motion out one of their running backs from that split backfield look, and Roseboom completely froze. Davis ran right at him. He didn't see him. Bruins take the lead here, 14-7. About a minute left before halftime. And for Terrell, there's been a little bit more of the underneath passing. Might need to show off some arm strength here. Needing to drive the length of the field, and under pressure, nearly picked by the line. It's seemingly been the other problem here with the Cardinal, is that they have not had the best blocking in pass protection, and we need that here with a 2nd and 10. And rolling under pressure again, contain has been perfect for the Bruins. Cardinal, who have speed at quarterback and on the outside, just haven't been able to get there. It's the 3rd and 18 for the 2nd time today. Say in motion as they go with that orbit screen, getting him to the outside, but the blocking is simply not there. Bruins with a quick stop as they call their second timeout. They're looking to find a few more points here before halftime, and they also start the second half with possession. 1st and 10, they start at the 40. Across the middle is Marshall with a gain of 6. They'll keep the clock moving here. They don't elect to call the timeout there. Pass across and down, finding 13, his about 3rd grab of the day. That'll force the final timeout there of the Bruins. They're at the 41, still sitting about at the outside of their field goal range. 1st and 10, dropping back, and pressure finally hits home. First sack on the day. It goes to Nelson. Fotu helped out. So that will take us to the halftime break. A lot of issues coming here for the Cardinal, but surprisingly, it's been on defense. A lot of big plays for the Bruins, 158 passing, 77 rushing. They have the edge for time of possession and definitely for 3rd down conversions. As for Nick Terrell, he's 6 of 8 passing, 75% complete, 94 yards and a touchdown. But we just simply haven't been on the field that much, and he's definitely not been able to run the ball. But the biggest thing is this defense has got to sort things out, and hopefully Coach Barrington talked a little bit to him here at halftime, sparked something as there's a big hit. Marshall, I believe that was Sumlin stepping down from the safety spot. He got trucked, gain of 5 on 1st down. They go back to him, and it's another 1st down. The Cardinal just simply need more guys here in the box to keep an eye on that running game, and a dropped interception, Nicholson. That could have been the play the Cardinal really needed to start this second half. Handing the ball off here is Poole, and he's going to lose one. So a chance now to get off the field, and the Cardinal need to capitalize. Split backfield, motioning out Poole. And looking to pass the ball, Davis under pressure from Nelson, trying to get to the outside. Incomplete pass, not a sack fumble, but it will end the drive for the Cards. Well, the offense hitting the field for the first time this half. We need a big drive. 1st and 10. And Lucas stuffed. Looked like they were trying to set up that triple option. Did not work out, loss of 3. Going the stretch to the outside, Parrish will about pick up the 3. The Cardinals have got to find a way to get out of these 3rd and longs. As pressure steps up, and he's going to finally scramble. He goes down the middle. Nick Terrell with the 1st down. All he's done to this point is try to get to the outside. Hasn't worked. Finally, a good adjustment there, and RPO blown up. Marvin Spain down the middle. Loss of 5. Cardinal have got to avoid those. As I look to pass the ball here and to the outside or not. Waits, finds the guy further downfield. Say with the 1st down. They had the earlier option to Ed Keenan, but decided not to go with it. Ends up working out just fine for the Cardinal. They get further downfield, 1st and 10. Handing this one off Parrish. Shaking bacon across the middle before he gets knocked down by his own teammate in Haddad. The Cardinal will get right on back to it. In the pistol set to the left-hand side. Only one high safety. Looks like Terrell is making a change out there. 2nd and 4. As they go play action. And he's under pressure and dropped. Here's Marvin Spain yet again, and a 3rd and 18. Hard count will be a free play here for the Cardinal. As he steps up and has a guy open downfield. Marvin couldn't find it. That should have been a 1st down at the minimum. Instead, we'll have another opportunity with a 3rd and 13. Would have preferred to get that, though, the easy way. Now, interesting thing here, Montreal Avant, the backup quarterback, he's in at receiver here. Slot right side, number 6. He did play at least a little bit of some receiver in high school. Terrell trying to scramble. He'll pick up a couple, but it's still well short of the 1st down. And Etienne's coming out here, but this place is rocking. He's going to need a big kick here. He's got the accuracy, and the power pushes it through. Cardinals get back on the board here finally, though still down 14-10. But they do outscore their total from last week against Oregon. Hopefully we can build upon it here. Need another stop from our defense. And thrown to the outside. Coat drags him down, gain of 6. Cardinal definitely focusing in on making sure the interior is stopped. Force the play to the outside and let some athletes try to go to work. but they keep finding open space. Coverage is definitely getting exploited here. Bruins doing a great job. Thanks to Davis and his reads. Marshall, he finds the grass, gain another 6. Seems like more adjustments for the Cardinals still needed. To the outside, hopping over one, but Howerton from that DT spot, he moved quickly to get that stop. And it brings up yet another third down here. 3rd and 8. Once again, outside field goal range. Good blocking up front, and first down, Newcomb. That was an extremely tight window. Great hands. He's in motion here to the left-hand side as it's the blitz, and Fotu can't get the sack. Tried to get there before the throwaway. Davis utilizes the speed to buy him enough time. Rinse and repeat, though. Quick throw to the tight end. He's left unguarded. And it's another third down here. Bruins, they're trying to set up the screen. Diving swat. What a play from Cook. He had to come in to spell out Nelson, especially after all the hurry up here from the Bruins. A great athletic play from the edge rusher. A 4th and 3. Nichols dive. It's down on the turf. Roseboom finally jumps on top of it. Cardinal blocked the kick, and it remains 14-10. Dive, swat, and then confusion. But once again, the defense/special teams do enough to keep points off the board. Now we need the offense to come through. As they bring the blitz, it's thrown out. Blouse, he gets the catch, turning down the sideline and out at about the opposite 40. We've seen really good touch today from Nick Terrell. We just need to see the offense in general really catch their groove here. Obviously, bringing out a new offense, there will be speed bumps. But ultimately, we need wins, especially in the Pac-12. And they bring the blitz again, getting it to the outside. That is McCoy. He gets the catch, and he's down to the 25. UCLA diming up a lot of blitzes here, trying to get in the face of the true freshman. He's done well under pressure and dropped Blouse. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. We are the only one to tack on some points. 14-10 as we get the 4th underway. It's a 2nd and 10 at the 26. Motion, and then looking for the run here. Parrish, no gain. Running game definitely not moving as smoothly here in the new look. Offensive line having their own set of issues. 3rd and 10 here. Cardinal, they need to find a conversion. Going to the outside, he has a dad with a blocker in Buck, and down to the 3. Again, trying to get those speedy guys out in space. And it's working out for the receivers, getting a lot more involved. They leave the field here for a big boy set. Montrell Dog kept those legs moving. Cardinal take their first lead on the day. And outside of a few option plays, the offense ran as it is expected to. It's now 17-14 in this action-packed Pac-12 battle. UCLA's offense back on the field. They've played extremely well today. And they start with a run to Poole. And patient running, he's going to find that first down. Some of these lanes have been extremely tight for the running backs, but they're finding a way to make it work as they go play action. Downfield, diving, break up Asher. That's what we saw from UCLA early on in this game. They would play a bunch of things underneath down the middle, then try to find that pop shot down the field. Spread look here as they set up the halfback screen from essentially a monster formation. Does not end up working. 3rd and 11. Still with that spread empty look. Thrown to the outside and a great throw. Davis just on a line to his tight end. 1st and 10 Bruins about the midfield line, and they hand it off to the tight end this time. He rumbles for 1. UCLA still a lot of hurry up in this one. 2 spread either side here in a semi-tight formation. As they go back to the tight end, seems like their running back's a little bit gassed here. Or perhaps that's just the problem when they run so much hurry up here. They don't have a running back out there. Motioning out the tight end to the left-hand side. Good blocking up front. Davis has time, dumps it off, and close to the line to gain. UCLA is giving it yet again. These have been very, very close calls, and you could argue either for or against it here, but it's going to go to the home team most of the time. And quick stop again on their tight end, getting quite a few amount of carries here. They're just sticking with that hurry-up game as they're back at it here at the 40. Moving inside, 6 minutes left. Defensive line shifts to the right-hand side. Still looking to pass the ball, and a sack comes in. It's Nelson. It's his second on the day, and you could tell Davis felt that one. They're going to see pretty mass substitutions here on the 3rd and 18 after all that hurry up. Cook around the edge, and a big sack. It's 4th and 27, well outside of field goal range. That will be a punt and a big stand from the Cardinal defense. And with 4:54 left in this game, Cardinal need to drain some clock, and if they could add some more points, all the better. They start with a run to Parrish, trying to take this one all the way to the outside. He's got a good angle, and he's close and does get the first. Definitely has not been his best game running, but we're in front right now, and that's all that matters. Going back to Parrish, and another short gain. Well, the Cardinal letting a lot of time off the clock. You're inside 5 seconds on that play clock. Cardinal do finally snap it. Terrell, he takes a handoff, finding a cut lane for a short gain. And that leaves the Card with a 3rd and 6. Hard count, no one jumps. They go with a stretch. Parrish, he's trying to find the lane. Slip back, takes a hit, and comes up just short. But the offense will stay on out. A big down here as they let that clock tick all the way down. And they hand it off. Thompson can't even get the handoff. Fuimano blows it up. UCLA take over plus side. 2:04 left in this game. What a play from the DT. As they're looking to set up a screen, or instead, how about just toss it downfield, Newcomb. What a swing here as the 2-minute warning arrives. The center, Dean Roth, completely blew his assignment. Throw to the outside, tipped away. Nicholson with a second opportunity at a pick. We can't keep letting these ones go by the wayside. 2nd and 10, good blocking underneath, and a interesting hit down the middle. Now brings up a 3rd and 2, inside 1.5 left. Good blocking again, and touchdown Bruins. They capitalize off the turnover on downs. And J.P. Cutting makes this a touchdown game. But that's what college football is all about. The big swings. And a 1st and 10 starting back at the 25 for the true freshman. Got to make some big plays here as he's bailing, trying to get to the outside, and he actually picks up a good block there, headed down the sideline and bumped out at the 50. We would have never had that with Elijah Brown at quarterback, not to knock him, but the speed just wasn't there. Set up now in pretty good spot here with about a minute left. Play action and throwing downfield, Haddad. He's getting the catch out at the 30. Cardinal back in striking range, and they still have a minute left. Looking to go with the run here, Parrish getting down the field, and he picks up 4. Cardinal can definitely take their time here, and they take about half the time remaining off the clock. Dropping back and rolling now to the outside. No one breaks open, so he throws it away. 3rd and 6. Cardinal need to find a 1st down here. Obviously 4-down territory. The dad in motion from that left-hand side. And rolling again. Throwing well short. It'll all come down to this. 4th and 6. 17 seconds left. Hard count, no one jumps. Snapping that ball across the middle. And Ed Keenan with the 1st down. Timeout called, the 1st for the Cardinal. They still have 13 seconds left. They can make a lot happen with that time. 2 spread to left-hand side. Blouse safe to the right. Hard count again, though no one jumps. Rolling. Trying to buy time here and flicks it up. Haddad! He mosses 2 defensive backs. Cardinal take the lead. 7 seconds left. A risky throw from Nick Terrell. But it just so happens to work out. Bryce Haddad with the jumps and the hands. What a moment for the true freshman. His first career start. And he has his team lined up for a win here. But with 4 seconds left, UCLA can still try to make something happen. Taking all the time and throwing a pick. It's Hennessy as he's looking to try to add some more points. The window closing. That is a Cardinal win. taking down the 4-1 UCLA Bruins, and that's a win against a division rival, in-state rival, 2 years in a row. And for the Cardinal, you really felt like that was a desperate game for them, turning their season around hopefully at this point behind the true freshman quarterback who played a very clean game out there. In fact, we're going to award him the Discover Player of the Game. 232 passing, 72.2% complete. He had 2 touchdowns. And that was just passing the ball. He also had 14 yards rushing, though obviously quite a big chunk of that taken out from the sacks. Defense had their issues. I'm sure Coach Barrington will get them tuned up. And getting back to 500, we continue to land more 5 stars. This time the cornerback in Kevin Salmon out of Mountain View, California. We also land Miles Vaughn from Brooklyn, New York, one of our few Big Apple commits. He's the right guard, also 5-star. And we will add Brian Paschal to the list, this time from Bama, the DT. And Cameron Conklin wraps us out here at center, the 4-star from Westlake Village, California. And Joe Nelson with his timely sacks in that game, he picks up Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. With 2 sacks, 2 tackles, 3 TFLs, again, those numbers not adding up, but that's why people are in college. Now, not all is great news after that game. Obviously, getting back to 500, very good news. But we do lose out on some recruits. Nathan Henderson, as mentioned last time, was a losing battle, and indeed, we did lose that one. The visit in week 7 from Oregon sealed our fate. Now, one that kind of came out of nowhere here is Georgia taking Quan Wooden. We had a good lead on him for a while. The last couple weeks, they started to show interest, and he just happened to decide to go their direction, despite them not having a visit till week 12. Additionally, we miss out on Nate Whiteheart, the guy I was hoping would replace Ume after he graduates this year, hopefully going to the NFL. He had a visit with NC State and he just fell in love. He didn't want to go all the way to California from New York. Instead, he just goes south. And lastly, Jamie Sledge, a fantastic name for an offensive lineman, will not be headed here, instead to a rival in UW, who only started to come after him in the last, 3 or so weeks. It was a quick battle for us that we lost as he goes from California to Washington. But as for the rest of these battles, we are in front, though some of them are close, like Kenya Das here, the strong safety. We've given all the points we can. We have a pretty decent set of motivations. We got the friends and family. All we could do here is throw on a late season visit, week 12, and hopefully that just kind of sways his opinion of us, and he decides to go ahead and commit as we are in the top 3. But he does have visits with Boise State and Utah prior. As for Gomez, the tight end we're really going after, good solid lead, close to getting that commit. George Ball, a receiver that I feel like we do really need. He will have a visit with Texas A&M prior to us, but again, we're close to closing out that recruiting battle. Vallejo, we're again on top, and we have the earliest recruiting visit. Dom Cage, another great name for an offensive lineman. We are in top slightly. We just got to hope that Georgia doesn't, give him a Ferrari or something and he jumps in front of us. Slight edge. I would like to not lose another offensive lineman here to Georgia. Now getting into the 4 stars with Rafael Bargava, the wide receiver. A good solid lead here. We've got extra points. We can go ahead and start setting up some other recruiting visits as well. So we'll send him week 12, and it looks like his best option will end up being proximity to home, that B+ highest grade there, so we'll send that in. Kramer is already having a visit scheduled. He's another really good tight end, a gem 4-star, so he is scheduled week 11, and we're really the only ones seemingly going after him. Ty Holly, we're doing pretty well with, finally inside that top 5, which means we could take off, send the house. We have 2 of the motivations known. Brand exposure is another one that he likes, but we already know that one, so let's take a guess. And in fact, the guessing isn't really guessing. There's only one that doesn't have that red X, so it will be Workhorse. We don't have any A's in there. We have excess points, so let's go ahead and top in the 25, and we'll get him scheduled for Oregon. And again, none of these are going to be A's, so let's go with the known brand exposure for him. And that is all of our points. We still have 230 left. We could top up the rest of these guys, and that is it. We don't have that many players leaving. We only have 14 in total. I don't want to bring in too big of a recruiting class prior to the offseason, and we already have probably about 15 or so here, taking off the ones that already committed elsewhere. So we are good to go. I'll top off these, and that's a pretty good job of recruiting early in the season. But next time is the big game against number 9 ranked USC, and we need some revenge. With what they did to us last year, we had a lot of close games. They knocked us out of the playoffs twice. If we take a look here into the top 25, we are not currently ranked. Are we back to receiving votes? No, we are not. Georgia, though, and Michigan have both dropped out of the top 25, so we still have some work to go. And taking on, again, top ranked here, USC, they're number 9, coming up from that win against Notre Dame from 13. We take out a top 10 team, I could very well see us breaking back into that top 25. So make sure you don't miss it, and leave some love for the true freshman and Nick Terrell down below by hitting either that bear icon on the bottom right, or scrolling all the way down and hitting that subscription button down below and tapping that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday, over on Madden on Tuesday, Thursday with the Jaguars, who also just went through an offensive rework. These two series kind of going hand in hand here, and hopefully both of them are on the rise.